Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, some of us are coming back from darkness, but right on time to broadcast the season finale of the playoffs. So, we are live, short quali. We obviously I just need to have the standings in front of me, of course, because things are tight. In this battle. We've got 5 drivers. I think the only driver that's missing as things stand is Spy. But we are hoping, as well, noting that the lobby has been started late, that he'll be able to join. It's 18 minutes of short quali, of course, and then it's 31 laps of race time. DUX wants to get things going. Note, of course, that he's got about an hour and a half of his backup power. So hopefully he can put in a couple of laps. Let us go. This is the battle for the Tier 1 spots. And as usual, Tsepiso goes out first. We are live in Singapore. And for those of you that are not aware of the standings, just to give you a picture of how close they are, this man, Tsepiso, is currently on 37 points. Obviously, USA winning that race and finishing 4th in Jeddah. He will need to have a clean race if he has to have a chance of qualifying. At P2, it's none other than DWAX on 34 points. Stegza is on 33. Tindo is on 25. So anyone can still qualify, ladies and gentlemen. The neutral currently on 12 points. He'll be hoping, or he'll rather need, a race win as we jump on board with Tsepiso on his first heat lap. Is he going, or what is he doing? Has he opted to rather take it nice and easy, or what is going on? But yeah, assuming Spy, the reason why Spy hasn't joined, he currently doesn't have any points. And I mean, 25 points will basically take him to P4, which means he will not, qualify. But it's still anyone's race, ladies and gentlemen. You must stay away from the walls. We've got about 15 minutes to go. Let us go live. Tier 1 playoffs. As Tsepiso has invalidated, of course. Keep a close eye now on the neutral. Man will be hoping for a race win and a bit of Bafana Mats as he's currently on 12 points. So a race win will take him actually to 37 points. But this will be obviously dependent on what happens with the other drivers, as he is the first driver to obviously get that purple sector. On sector 1, loses the rear there as he accelerates that and as he pushes the throttle and accelerates down at the parts of Tier 2. Tight chicane as he goes under the tunnel. Better be careful. A couple of drivers lose traction there. Shift down gear too high. The line, he goes a bit wide, almost hitting the wall. A bit of a slow Sector 2 will definitely want to improve. And the start of Sector 3, which is obviously now they changed parts of this track. No tunnel now. It's all about sending it on the straights. He sends it, changes down to gear 3. He will be the first driver to post time. Grimjaw yesterday posted a 1:30. The neutral says 1:32. He'll be hoping to definitely improve on that time. Tsepiso has invalidated at his lap. Let's keep a close eye on Tindo, who is up to defend his Tier 1 spots. Obviously crashing out in the first race. Jeddah had a race on his own. What will the third race be? Let us go, Tindo. So, as things stand, Tindo, amongst the D-Wax, the two drivers defending, in actual fact, and the neutral, defending their tier 1 spots. So, Tseps and the Strikes are sitting comfortably as they stand, hoping, of course, that they can leapfrog these gentlemen into tier 1. But we'll keep a close eye, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go. Looks nice and clean, I must say. By Tindo, how's that line? DRS will be activated. We've got yellow flag. I'm assuming it's the Red Bull that ran out of fuel. Tindo posts a purple sector 2 and he sends it down. The new layout in sector 3. Time to beat, of course, noting yesterday's time is a 1:30. What will Tindo be posted for his first shot? It's a 1:32.3. 100th of a second faster than the neutral. D-Wax, obviously, who started on the medium compound, about 3/10 of the neutral. One can expect those times to improve. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Got about less than 12 minutes to go. So, Kwali, tier 1. D-Wax has invalidated, of course, with the medium compound tires. Currently sitting in P4, but he's been, I must say, the most consistent of all these drivers, finishing in the podium. For both races, as Tepiso loses the rear there. We'll probably have to pit and give it one more go. As things currently stand, it's Tindo sitting comfortable. Well, not, I want to say comfortable. Currently in P1. Not sure if the neutral's sending it again or is probably sending it directly into the pits. Noting that he does not have ERS. There we go. He improves his time, does the neutral. Posting a 31.7. I saw that he didn't have ERS, but by the looks of things, he knew what he was doing. Sent those soft compound tires around 3 times, and there's the man to beat thus far. Let us go. Stegzer. Sending it out again. I would assume most of these drivers have, I'd say, 2 more runs, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, with the track temperatures changing and the drivers getting grips of their braking zones, we should be expecting the times to be tumbling down. Zeps is the only driver without a time thus far. Just chilling in the pits, probably just eating amatambo and ngondo, and we'll be sending it soon. All he has to do is keep the car on track. Everything is tight, ladies and gentlemen. I think the gap between P1 and P4 is 12 points, and we know 12 points can be taken away from you with only 5 drivers on the grid. So will be key that no one is DNFs. We saw a couple of drivers DNFing yesterday. None of that for today. as things are so tight. Let's keep a close eye on Sliggs' hot lap, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let us go, thanks. Oh, beautiful lap to watch, of course, as he jumps up into P2. I think the corner entry and exits could have gained him a couple of tests there, but a good lap nonetheless. Tepiso, the only driver without a time, he'll be hoping to post something very competitive. Yep, take it nice and easy. Not sure if that's fast enough on his end, but we'll keep a close eye on the time of sector 1 as he sends it, almost kisses the wall. DRS activated, ERS activated, with the 27.8. Still nice and healthy. No car damage as of yet, but he continues to send it. DX is now on the soft compound tire. Let's see what time will he be posting, and he improves the neutrals time by 4 tenths, ladies and gentlemen, with the 131.3, which takes him up to P1. Going back to Tepiso, the only driver as they stand without a time, has that line, sends it. We are live now with the new Sector 3 layout. Will Tepiso be competing with any of the front runners? Has that line, ooh, bit easy on the bell there. Obviously noting that he spun the last time around. What will his time be? Posted 132.1, which takes him up to P4. Does he have enough time to send it out again? Got about 4.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo still chilling in the pits, probably counting down as well. Probably one more shot for each driver, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of how tight things are. Teps is currently leading the standings with one more race to go with 37 points. DOX is on 34. P2 Stegza is on 33. And Tindo's on 25. The neutral is on 12 points. So, yep, still anyone's position, I must say, up there in Tier 1. If you've just joined us, we are live. Short quali, we've got about 3.5 minutes to go. And the standings you can see on your top left corner. DOX currently leading. Nucho, P2, Slegza, P3, Teps, P4, and Tindo is sitting at P5. We probably have something to say about that, as he is on his outlap. Tips on his way to the pits. Will he have sufficient time to send it back in? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Stegzer already out as well on his outlap. I think probably will be the first drivers to be posting their one shots. Let us go. Beautiful helicopter shot. Live. We are live in Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go. Keeping a close eye, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably the last shot for these drivers, and we are live with Stegzer, the man currently sitting in P3 with the 131.9, who'll be hoping to improve, of course. He's got about 6 tenths to play with to take him ahead of the pack. Has the line nice and clean, goes down to gear 2. One could argue that he could have played around with gear 3 there, chased down to gear 4. Last time he chose to chase down to gear 5. A lot of speed carried into that corner this time around. I am expecting his time to improve in the first sector. Oh, by 1,000. Oh, he's ahead. He's ahead. Nonetheless, I think he'll be hoping to improve on sector 2 as well. I killed the sector 2 in the last lap. All right, the curb there, losing a bit of time. One wonders if that's cost him a bit. Hugs that turn nice and clean. Changed this down to gear 2. One could argue that you can chase down to gear 3 there. Hug. Short shift. Does he hug it this time? He hugs it well. Last time he went wide. So, couple of tenths gain there. Keep a close eye on his sector split, ladies and gentlemen. 5 tenths off his sector 2. So, I don't think Stegzer will be improving on his time. But let's see how his sector 3 goes. Steps has retired. I think he's probably just retired. Happy to say, oh, he posted a 131.3. Oh my goodness, apologies, I missed that. Piso posted 131.3 and says thank you very much. I will settle for P2 as we are live, ladies and gentlemen, with the neutral. Also 5 tenths off his time. Let's go live with Tindo. Has improved by 2 tenths. Who's ahead? Is it him or D-Wax? Ooh, D-Wax loses his rear there. I think Tindo kisses the wall as well. Tindo has improved by 6 tenths. Purple second sector, ladies and gentlemen. Will Tindo have something to say about this? Oh, the times are looking very tight, one must say. What will Tindo's time be? Will this be the time that will take him up into P1? Ooh, it takes him up to P3. Look at the gap between P1 and P3, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo will have to settle for P3. The Nocho settles for P4. Nocho, of course, that he didn't improve on his time. D-Rex revving his car, probably celebrating that, yep, I'll be taking pole for the 31 laps to come. Your grid as it stands. D-Rex, P1, Seps finds himself a P2. Oh, roughly 200ths of a second away from D-Rex's time. Tindo, P3. Remember, guys, seeing that things are so tight on the top, the first lap could be key today. Let us go. It's got 31 laps incoming, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Race playoffs finale for Tier 1. All in the 131s, says Bongani. Yep, very tight, I must say. What is key now is for them to keep their cars off the wall. Let us go. If you have just joined us, we are live, Singapore. Playoffs finale for Tier 1 spots. Things are tight. Times are tight in quali as well. So I have to wait and see how the race will pan out. It's 31 laps, of course, out here in Singapore. Drivers need to stay away from the wall, of course. And strategy will be key. As we count down. Let us go. Azishe, which basically means when you translate that, let it burn, says Guzu in the comment section. I think the drivers are still making sure, of course, that they've got the setups intact. Got 31 laps incoming. Strategy will be key, of course. Let us go. Five red lights, ladies and gentlemen, let us go. And we are off. Teps is the only driver on the hard compound tires. It looks like the neutrals had a better start. Ooh, Teps on the hard compound tire playing the long again. These side by side with Stegzer. Stegzer says, thank you very much. They still side by side, ladies and gentlemen. The front three are gone. Stegzer says, thank you for a very slow start there by Tepiso, but he has opted to start off on the medium compound tire. Finds himself in P5. Losing 3 positions as he's sending it on the inside. Middle lane breaking there side by side. Stegzer says, no, Tepiso, what is you doing? Has he lost his wig, ladies and gentlemen? Looks intact. Bit of contact there. Tepiso hitting Stegzer. Stegzer will not be happy about that as he's lost 4.5 seconds to the front three. Let's go to the front three. The neutral finds himself in P3. Has gained the position. Tindo has gained the position as well. Everyone is chasing DUX. Oh, Stegzer with a bit of ground to make there after the contact with Tepiso. Tepiso continues to put the pressure, even though he's on the hard compound tire. Is he the faster one on track, ladies and gentlemen? But we hope. Breaking zone, that's it, please. We do not want to be seeing any other incidents. Yep, DUX posts the fastest time. Stegzer keeps dropping from the front three. Is that slowing Tepiso down? As he said, ERS activated. Stegzer also ERS activated. Is it a case? Oh, Tepiso loses the carpet there. And loses a bit of time. Stegzer now getting a grip of those tires and seems to be opening that gap. Let us go. Lap 2 of 31. Still a long way to go, of course. Yeah, and the neutral putting the pressure on Tindo. DUX has opened a second gap already from Tindo. So a bit of ground to make there. DRS will be key. Ooh, the neutral almost losing his car there. Stegzer still 5 seconds behind. If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. The season continues. It's all about making sure now or confirming who will be joining Tier 1 and who will be joining Tier 2 for next week as the season commences next week. No time to play, ladies and gentlemen. We keep on going. Tepiso with the DRS of Stegzer as things stand. Seems like Stegzer hasn't got the race pace as of yet. Tepiso. Cannot afford. Cannot afford. He goes on the medium compound. Does not change his wing. Was that necessary, Tepiso? Or did he forget to set it on? Oh, Billy Hendricks says late. Ladies and gentlemen, Tepiso currently in P5. Tindo, ladies and gentlemen, is now putting the pressure on DUX. The front three are definitely racing for points. Note, of course, that things are tight. I'm going to need you guys to help me out with the Bafana mats there. As things said, of course, DUX will be going through. Tepiso's currently on 37 points. Tindo's on 25. If Tindo finishes P2, that's plus 18. Oh, the neutral, ladies and gentlemen, sends it on the outside of Tindo after Tindo made that mistake. Neutral noted, of course, that he needs nothing less than a race win, ladies and gentlemen. This guy doesn't kinda. Do the Bafana mats, ladies and gentlemen. The neutral sending it, ladies and gentlemen. You will see DOX flashing already. ERS is less than 10%, which will be good news. Neutral gets a better exit. He's within less than half a second now. He's going to be within the DRS zone. Better exit down the neutral. The neutral says DRS. He says ERS. He says, I'm going to send it on the outside. The neutral, ladies and gentlemen, says thank you very much. I'm in P1. Tindo sends it on the inside. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on there? Ooh, bit of contact as a DUX falls behind. Tindo now putting the pressure. DUX will be kicking himself for utilizing so much battery. Tindo comfortable with 95%. The neutral, ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs nothing less than a win, says thank you very much. I'm out of here. What is going on with Tindo? Why is he slowing down? Stegzer now within 2 seconds from Tindo. Hey man! Hey when? What is going on with Stegzer? Has he created his own sector 3 there? That man totally missed his braking zone and went straight into the wall. And after closing so much of the gap, he is now down 8 seconds again. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to not miss any of this action. A lot of drama happening, of course. And we only left 5 of 31. Sebs poses the fastest lap. One will question why he decided to pit so early without him breaking away. At P5, he'll be getting 25, 18, 15, 12, 10 points, which will take him up to 47. Will that be enough? 47. Tindo, for 25 points, is P3. That will take him to 40 points. So he needs more than just a P3. DUX on 34 points, plus 18. That will take him to 54. Singapore, where drivers forget how to drive. It says Bag Hobie in the comment section. A man who's definitely got his mojo back in the new game. Can't wait to see how things will be with him next season in Tier 1. Tindo says thank you very much, fastest lap, as we've got yellow flag. I hope that is not a DNF, ladies and gentlemen. It's Steps once again. Losing his car In the tunnel is Tips, hoping that he won't be pitting again. And has dropped 35 seconds to Stregza. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is key that none of these drivers lose their car as DX fights his rear there. Tyson says this is a nightmare for Tips, similar to Portugal playoffs last season. Well, for his sake, we hope it's just a nightmare on track and not a nightmare on points. As the Bafana Mats will kick in, just to note what will happen with the current standings. D-Wax fighting his ERS there, trying his best to catch up to this man, the neutral. A race win for him will take him to 37 points. But will that be good enough for him? Well, we're going to have to wait and see how the other drivers do. We're about to start lap 7, ladies and gentlemen, of 31. If you've just joined us, stay tuned. We've still got a lot of action to go. As we see Tips there about to kickstart Sector 2, you will note that the crew is already chasing him for Istimasake. He must just make sure that, of course, that he is not lapped. For the sake of him being on Tier 1, all he has to do is finish the race. I think he's in a good position, but it will be tight. It will definitely be tight. Tips will go to 47. Tindo needs nothing less than a race win. And an extra point, which will take him up to 50 points, ladies and gentlemen. As things currently stand, seems like he is not really, does not have the pace, as DOX is now closing the gap once again to the neutral. When will these gentlemen be pitting, ladies and gentlemen? Note, of course, that most of them started on the medium compound tire. Tips had to pit after starting on the hot compound tire. Not sure the reasons are behind him pitting, because he did not change his wing. So, yeah. And the pack is certainly chasing him down. The neutral currently leading. 1.7 seconds behind him is D-Wax. And the similar gap is Tindo in P3. Stregza finds himself in P4. Stregza with 33 points. P4 will give him 12 points, which will basically take him up to 45. Guys, yo, it is so tight for Tier 1. It is so tight. No one can afford to make any mistake. Tindo trying his best, as we can see the fumes coming out of that Mercedes engine, as DOS continues to fight with these rear. Tindo needs to be within DRS. Thanks, retires, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about shooting yourself on the foot. Stregza retires. Oh my goodness. Why would you do that, Stregza? Oh my goodness. Mr. Consistent himself, ladies and gentlemen, currently in P3, has opened the door for the likes of Tindo and the neutral. Oh my goodness sakes. Yo. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how close it is for drivers to be in Tier 1 or for them to remain in Tier 2. Seps, the only driver now that's fighting is Dimaska Tier 2, currently in P4, currently leading the standings. He's on 37 points. If he finishes the race, of course, on P4, that will be plus 12, will take him to 49. I think that DNF is bad news for this man, the neutral, ladies and gentlemen. Because now, the drivers behind him are all getting extra points. But hey, all he has to do is do the talking on track. Anything can still happen. Anything can still happen. So the neutral just needs to keep his eye on the prize tonight and continue driving. DWAX, his ERS has been lingering below 10% the whole race, which is so unlike DWAX. Tindo has closed the gap and is now within a DRS. DWAX is also closing the gap on the neutral. Did he get DRS? No, it's Tindo who gets DRS. And it's a race on. Zeps just needs to keep the car on track. And it's lap 10 of 31. Sam got that flag. Aye. DWAX within DRS as well. Tindo's within DRS. So, these two are definitely cutting the gap to the Red Bull in front of them. That is the neutral. Alright, Stegs. You can say that damn again, mates. You can say that damn again. So unfortunate, of course, for Stegs, Mr. Consistent himself. The race that mattered the most. He DNFs. Oh, Stegs. Well, back on track, DWAX is closing the gap to the neutral. And Tindo is definitely also closing the gap to both of them. Crash, aka Christopher, has put his money on this man, Tindo, to win the race. We're on 11 of 31. No mistakes. No mistakes, gentlemen. Ho ho! DWAX is struggling with that Mercedes. Tindo wants to go a bit wide. DRS is activated. Oh, you can hear the revs on that Alpine, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo is saying, let us go. Oh, my goodness. Out of the 5 drivers, 1 DNF thus far. No safety car out. Oh, Tepiso would have hoped for him. But didn't get a 1. Strategies will be key, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo's closing that gap on DWAX. Look at that. He's within the engine. He will say ERS. He will say DRS. The Tindo sends it on the inside, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, says Tindo. He moves up into P2. Let us go. Tindo, Mr. Jada himself, now chasing the Red Bull of the neutral. I must say the neutral's had a beautiful race, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what he has to do today, and he's definitely going for it. Currently finds himself in P1. He's got 12 points. I think he missed the first race, of course. And the second race, managed to finish P4. Oh, Stagser needs a miracle. I think it's tough for Stagser, hey? Currently on 33 points. Drivers behind him are Tindo and the neutral. And as things stand, both drivers will be getting points. And as things stand, the neutral will be getting 25 points. So already, yeah, not looking good at all. Not looking good, one must say. Tips running his own race on P4. He'll be praying to the F1 cause that someone also does something silly there. But I think for him it's comfortable as things stand. His total points are currently at 49. The neutral. As things stand, total points 37. Tindo. As things stand, there's 25 plus 18, but no Nintendo, he'll be going for another 25, ladies and gentlemen. The experience of Tier 1. Tier 1 versus Tier 1 at the front. He says DRS activated. DUX has opted to pit, ladies and gentlemen. Noting, of course, that these front runners are much quicker than him. He will need to save a bit of ERS there. Nintendo is definitely sending it. So if Tindo finishes P2, that will take it to 43 points. But Tindo is saying, let us go. Woo-hoo. Please, drivers, please, gentlemen, take it easy, Tindo. Who's pulling out? No one is pulling out. Tindo says, I'm sending it right in. The neutral says, oh my goodness, I couldn't close that door. Tindo says, well, let us go. What late braking by Tindo. Talk about not fearing anything, sending it on the inside and braking later. Let us go, Tindo. Nucho not giving up on that position. DRS is activated. He has a look. Just to throw the car and just to make Tindo aware that I am right there. Tindo Perez says real so easy. And it looks like Tindo's opening that gap, but Nucho is saying, no sir, I will not give up on that position. Let us go. Says with you. Tindo. Benucci's definitely not giving up on that position. Both drivers going long on the medium compound tire. DOX is trying an undercut. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see if that undercut will work on these two drivers. Currently running their own races, I must say. But Benucci definitely not giving up on what he has to do today. P2 isn't good enough for Benucci, says Bogatti as yellow flags. Tips once again. Is that car still intact? Oh, that race win in Las Vegas proving to be crucial for this man as he struggled in Jeddah and struggles today. Another spin for him. Tindo has entered the pits and says, thank you very much, I'm going on the hard. Will DUX be close enough? It doesn't look like it. Tindo will keep P2. And all he has to do now is cut that gap on this man, the Nucho, who's chosen to go long. ERS is activated, trying the overcut. Of course, noting that he's chosen to go an additional lap as DUX says thank you very much and takes P2. The undercut has worked for DUX. That will not be good news for Tindo, as not only now has it had to try and undercut the neutral, but now he has to battle DX, who has been flashing all race. Billy Hendricks also steps T1 or Tier 2. Well, he's a Tier 2 driver fighting to be in Tier 1. And as things stand, if he does not DNF, of course, he will be making his way to Tier 1. Let us go. Well, looks like those hard compound tires have cooked for the likes of Tindo. By the looks of things, if the neutral slow pit entry, looks like he'll be undercut by both drivers. As they stand, ladies and gentlemen, currently in the pits, on his way out, DX. Where is the neutral? He's only exiting the pit now. DX, has he managed to undercut both drivers? Yes, he has. No, he has not. Has he? No, he has not, ladies and gentlemen. The neutral now has to fight his way back again. Steps being lapped by both drivers there. As he goes, he will definitely let the neutral go as well. Comfortable at P3, all he has to do is keep the car on track. Remember, ladies and gentlemen. DUX, Mr. ERS at 8%. How sweating my daughter. Now defending the likes of Tindo 4. Tindo said he would like to make this move on DUX as soon as possible. Note of course that this man who's on the fresher hard compound tire will be cutting that gap significantly. DRS is activated. DUX still leads. Let us go. And we have that beautiful rear shot of DUX's engine. DUX on top now, notes Bogatti, but Tindo will definitely have something to say about that. Is DRS activated? Is he gonna call it? It's a Tindo thinks twice about it and hits the curb and goes wide. Tindo, the neutral dropping, falling from these drivers, ladies and gentlemen. The longer this goes on, of course, the better it is for the likes of DUX and the likes of Tindo. Oh, Ban Kobe, behave yourself, sir. Neutral, the only driver who should be risking it, says Bongani. Yep, nothing less than a win for this man is required tonight. Started off very well. One wonders if those hearts have cooked yet. Doesn't look like it. These two have maintained that 3-second gap. Tindo hoping to have a better exit here and have a better shot at the DRS zone. His hard compound tires have surely cooked now, and he will be saying, let us go. And DRS is activated. Bad exit there by DUX. Tindo will say, oh, DUX defends the inside line, but Tindo says, I've got the pace. Thank you very much. Oh, they're side by side. There's a bit of contact, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo defends their position still. Hey, no drama, ladies and gentlemen. Please, no drama. Hey. But, ladies and gentlemen, Tindo, your new race leader. It's lap 18 of 31. Still a very long way to go, by the way. But Tindo says, thank you very much. I will take that from you. DX has now the neutral to worry about. Let us go. Oh, Tindo flashing. DX flashing. Bad exit by DX, one must say. Very bad exit. Could have given him a chance against Tindo. But they both flashing now. DRS is activated. DX says, let us go. Ooh, D-Wax, why is that curb? Loses a bit of time, D-Wax. Come on. Come on. Misses on getting DRS. Now Tindo says, thank you very much. Tindo, ladies and gentlemen, your race leader. Followed closely by D-Wax. These two, as things stand, will definitely be making it through. The neutral man who needs nothing less of a win is closing the gap slowly but surely. Does he have something to say about this? Let us go. Tips currently finds himself on P4. Comfortable in the standings with 37 points. He'll be getting 12 points as things stand on P4, which I think will be comfortable for him to be jumping up into Tier 1. Let us go. The neutral definitely sending it now. He's got nothing to lose. DRS will be activated. He has closed that gap. Is the neutral. Nothing less of a race win, of course, required. Let us go. DRS activated on Tindo. Neutral. DRS activated on DX. It's a 3-horse race as things currently stand. Who needs points between Tindo and DX? Well, to be quite frank, they all need points, but I think Tindo needs them more than any driver. He's currently on P4. Tindo, if he wins this race, with the fastest lap, as we take a sneak peek at the fastest lap, yep, he currently holds it. He'll be finishing with 51 points. DX is currently on 34. So that will mean 52, which will take him to P1. The neutral is currently on 12 points, so nothing less than a race win is required from the neutral. But unfortunately, even if he was to win this race, that will only take him to 37 points. Steps is already on 37 points, so all he has to do is take this Ferrari till the end of the race. Let us go. Oh, the neutral! Ooh. Having a sneak peek on a DUX there, one must say. And he is closing that gap. Note, of course, that DUX pit much earlier than everyone else. His time's on 8 laps. The neutral saying, let us go. DRS will be activated. Slipstream, sir. Slipstream. It's going to be the battle of the braking zones now. Slipstream, neutral. That would have been an easy overtake. Better exit by the neutral. Ooh, almost loses the car. Once this move as soon as possible, we'll have another chance on the DRS straight now. DRS is activated. Is he close enough? ERS is activated. Does not. DUX has got the straight line speed. Oh, are they side by side? Are they side by side? What is going on? The Mercedes defends. Neutral goes a bit wide. The more they do this, Tindo says thank you very much. Oh, DUX goes wide. The neutral says thank you. I will take that position. But does he say thank you? Yes, he does. Finally, the neutral has taken that position. But Tindo will be smiling like the Joker. The gap now 4.2 seconds ahead with those two drivers fighting, of course. He says thank you very much. Lap 22 of 31. Let us go. Oh, the neutral sending. What a drive. What a drive by the neutral. He knows and he needs nothing less of a race win. Tindo, comfortable in P1. Has got a bit of time to make sure that he does save his ERS, his battery power. Note, of course, that the neutral is desperate to catch him, so he'll be definitely using a bit of power on his end. But sitting pretty comfortably is Tindo in P1, lap 23 of 31. Still a couple of laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Do not write anyone out as yet. Ludi saying that's the biggest risk to DNF. He has no reason to. I think he should be comfortable at P4. Does not have to risk much. As he is comfortably ahead of Stegzer. And the neutral. Sebs has opted to pit. Is he going for the fastest lap? They might be loose. Well, he's got a lot to lose already. if he's going for the fastest lap, basically needs to keep his car off the wall. Hey, Tabs. Hey, bruh. In economics, we talk about risk averse peeps and proper risk takers. Risk takers are the ones that go big and win big. Risk averse are more those guys who settle with their investments, and prefer to play the long game. Which category does this one fall in? Is he taking a risk, or is he a risk-averse driver? Hey, so peaceful. Hey, my fun. We don't only watch movies at stock clinical. We watch movies live, right here. BrakeAway. Nucho closing the gap. 2.7 seconds now between himself and Tindo. Definitely going for it. Definitely going for it. Definitely go for it is the neutral. What a drive by this man. Definitely sending it for the race win. Tindo, ERS on 38, has managed to save a bit more, but has got this man to worry about. Activates his ear, tells all of it. That's the neutral. Got nothing to lose. As we jump live with this man, we're going to have to keep a close eye and see if he's going for the fastest lap. Looks like he is. Keeping a close eye as the times improves by 2/10, but will that be quick enough for Tindo's fast time? Well, if he continues to send it and improve on all the sectors, I think he might just be getting the fastest lap as steps. ERS is activated, which is a sign that he's definitely going for it. Goes a bit wide there, hugs the line, can change down to gear 3 there. Steps very slow out of that corner exit, and the reason for that was definitely using gear 4 and 5 higher gears. Lost a bit of time in sector 2 steps. Has to make ground now in sector 3 if he has to go for the fastest lap. And ladies and gentlemen, he has to get 4/10 in one sector. Was it worth the risk? Or is he going to go again another lap? Does he improve? Well, he improves his time, but does not get the fastest lap. He's out of ERS now, and he's out of tires. So, it will be interesting to see if he eventually dies. Let's go back to the front action. Tindo managed that gap nice and easy. Gap still 2.8 seconds. Neutral fighting for his life. Well, Tindo has said it's time to go now. The gap is 3 seconds now. Yep, Christopher did say that. He's putting his money on this man. Yep, certainly. He has had the pace, ladies and gentlemen. Managed battles between this man, the neutral, and D-Wax. D-Wax sitting comfortably now in P3. Noting, of course, that he has qualified. Steps. Does not have to risk it. Improves this time on sector 2 by 3.5 He's sending it. If he's going to have an opportunity for the fastest lap, now is the time. Opts not to use his ERS now. Would have gained a bit of time on that straight. sends it. How? Well, I Bafad. I do not know anymore. I honestly do not know what the Itzeps is trying to do. Try to give it another shot. With the fresher soft compounds, this means he will be lapped twice by this man, Tindo. Hopefully his car goes. I hope his car goes, ladies and gentlemen. I hope his car goes as he exits the pits. And accepts his Prince RSA. Almost, of course, the neutral see the Ferrari right in front of him. Grateful that lap cars are now ghosting, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, this game didn't start off very well, did it? Because lap cars were not ghosting at all. Zeps is certainly sending it as Prince RSA alluded to it. This will not be good news though for Tindo, because with Zeps in between them, I think he's helping them out. With DRS, is that drops of rain? Is that drops of rain, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening in Singapore? Lap 28 of 31. Probably last shot saloon for this man for the fastest lap. It's drops of rain, ladies and gentlemen. DRS is activated. Probably takes his last shot to get the fastest lap. He must be very careful. He must be very careful with the drops of rain. He'll be thankful for the DRS, of course, with Tindo in front of him. And the drops seem to be getting heavier and heavier. Yep, ghosting. Thank you very much. Tindo says, Tepiso says, thank you very much. I'll get that position. But he must be very careful. He must be very careful, ladies and gentlemen. Very careful. D-Wax has opted to go for the inches. It is looking very difficult now, ladies and gentlemen, for the slick compound tire. The track looks wet. Fiona Maye, ladies and gentlemen. It's lap 29 of 31. Does D-Wax have sufficient time to catch up? DRS has been disabled. Ooh, take it easy, D-Wax. The neutral says, thank you, Tepiso. I have managed to close that gap to Tindo. DRS has been disabled, of course. Any of these drivers going to be pitting. They are risking it, ladies and gentlemen. Pin out. Oh, neutral. Oh, neutral. Tips is okay. It's settled. D-Wax has an opportunity. Is he closing that gap fast enough? No, it doesn't look like he is. The hard runners have stayed out. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, does D-Wax have enough time? Send it, D-Wax. Send it. The gap is not closing fast enough, ladies and gentlemen. We've got about 1.5 laps to go. He's on the intermediate compound tire. The neutral fighting his way. They are both going wide. Tabs, what are you doing? Tabs, Erwin. D-Wax, close that gap. Close that gap. You've got about... Yay! A lap and a half to go. The gap currently 40 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Does he have enough time? Steps needs to keep that car on track, ladies and gentlemen. He's been lapped anyway. No risks need to be taken. The Nucho and Tindo, they're still chasing each other on the hard compound tire. Oh, Tindo, stop that car, sir. We've got yellow flag. Oh no! Nucho, ladies and gentlemen, has sent it to the wall. D-Wax, you can actually win this race, sir. Tindo needs to pit. I know there's one lap to go, but he needs to pit. Nucho has sent it to the wall, ladies and gentlemen, and is fighting for his life. D-Wax, send that thing. 27 seconds now. Where's Tindo? He has started his final lap. The Nucho obviously pits for breaking a wing. Let's see how Tindo will manage these hard compound tires. Kodwa Nkosi yami D-Wax, send this thing, man. Send this thing, D-Wax. The gap now between D-Wax and Tindo is still 31 seconds. Does D-Wax have enough time? It doesn't look like he does. With Tindo taking it nice and slow in the corners. Oh my goodness, D-Wax, send this thing, Chip. Send this thing, Chip. Hey, boy. I got the D-Wax, please. Don't put it on the wall, sir. Oh, D-Wax got disconnected, ladies and gentlemen. Which is unfortunate. I wanted to see the last lap action. Very unfortunate. I hope his ghost can take him to P2. Ty say, no, D-Wax, don't send it. Uzo Chaisa. And ladies and gentlemen, by the looks of things, the man who opted to stay out on the hard compound tire and risk it in these conditions, as Cassie would say, is Tindo. And the man keeping his position in Tier 1, his Tier 1 status, is none other than the man himself, Tindo. D-Wax's ghost, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a beautiful playoffs for him. Finished P2, and P2 is about to make it a hat trick. A hat trick of P2s, ladies and gentlemen. It's D-Wax. The Nucho tried by all means to send it, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately for him, broke his wing, couldn't save the car. He will have to settle for P3, and unfortunately for him, drops down to P2. D-Wax keeps his Tier 2 status, and ladies and gentlemen, from Tier 2 up into Tier 1 will only be none other than Mr. Ferrari himself. Steps as he weaves from left to right. He will be thankful, of course, for the Las Vegas win, as he struggled in Jeddah, and it seemed for him that he struggled as well today in Singapore, but for his sake, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cefiso is back in Tier 1. Oh, what a race finale for the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Tindo takes the second win of the playoffs. DUX makes it a hat trick of P2s, and the Nucho needed nothing less of the win. We'll round off the podium positions. And ladies and gentlemen, Tindo, DUX keep their tier 1 status, and unfortunately for the Nucho, he dropped out to tier 2. Stegza, who had a good chance of coming back as well, DNF'd in a very important race. He remains in tier 2. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Zeps is back in tier 1. Oh, beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to join us during the course of the week as we do the team picks for tier 2 and tier 1. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is no break. The season kicks off right away next Tuesday. Be sure to join us live. For those of you that join us, thank you very much. Be sure to catch us next season. Thank you and good night.